Roman Reigns betrays Team CM Punk and joins the Vision at Survivor Series. WarGames, WWE must bring back Dolph Ziggler permanently. Gunther finally speaks out on his return. CM Punk makes a heartbreaking John Cena confession. CM Punk speaks out on having AJ Lee back in WWE. CM Punk takes a shot at Roman Reigns. Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes. A rumor killer on Liv Morgan's WWE status. Triple H reunites a popular tag team. Roman Reigns obliterates Brock Lesnar in unseen footage. Let's dive right in. WWE must bring back Dolph Ziggler permanently. The latest episode of Monday Night Raw saw Dolph Ziggler return to WWE as Solo Sikoa's opponent in the first round of the Last Time Is Now tournament. The night didn't end well for the show-off, as after a back-and-forth bout, he was defeated by Solo. That said, according to Fightful Select, Ziggler's appearance on Monday was a one-time thing, as he's not signed to WWE. However, with his stellar performance, Ziggler reminded everyone why he is considered one of the best in the industry. Let's look at reasons why the global juggernaut must bring back Dolph Ziggler permanently. Number 1. Fan reaction on Raw. The WWE universe in Madison Square Garden erupted when Ziggler's music hit before his match against Solo Sikoa. While it was not a long bout, the veteran managed to impress everyone with his performance. Fans on social media had an overwhelmingly positive reaction to Ziggler's return as well. Judging by the reaction, fans clearly want the show-off back in the global juggernaut. Therefore, the promotion should consider bringing Ziggler back full-time. Number 2. The SmackDown mid-card division could use Dolph Ziggler. The mid-card division in WWE, especially on SmackDown, seems to be struggling at the moment. There is an evident shortage of credible superstars in the division, which could be solved if Ziggler returns. Lately, members of the tag team division, like Nathan Frazer, Axiom, and Johnny Gargano, have been stepping up to challenge Ilya Dragunov for the United States Championship. Dolph Ziggler could add some much-needed credibility to the struggling mid-card division on the blue brand if WWE brings him back. Number 3. For one last main event run. Before his release in 2023, Dolph Ziggler was a reliable competitor who excelled in every role assigned to him. The show-off worked in the mid-card division, the tag team division, and even had a brief run at the top as the World Heavyweight Champion in 2013. He received another push to the main event scene the following year against The Authority, but it wasn't sustained, as he was relegated back to the mid-card shortly after. Ziggler deserves a proper run as a main eventer before it's too late, and for that, WWE must bring him back. Number 4. He could take up the role of a producer. Dolph Ziggler is arguably at the tail end of his in-ring career. Given his vast experience and the respect he has accumulated from the wrestling world, Ziggler could take up a role behind the scenes in WWE. Many former superstars have done the same, as they slowly moved away from in-ring competition. Ziggler's former tag team partner, Robert Roode, has successfully transitioned to the role of a producer, and the show-off could follow in Roode's footsteps. While the veteran still seems to have a lot to offer as an in-ring competitor, he definitely has a future in a non-wrestling role if he chooses to pursue it. The 45-year-old could be an asset for WWE for years to come if he returns. Gunther finally speaks out on his return. Gunther made his return on this week's edition of WWE Raw. He sent a 3-word message after picking up a big win in John Cena's Last Time Is Now tournament. Gunther's last appearance was at the SummerSlam Premium Live event when he lost the World Heavyweight Championship to CM Punk. The title changed hands minutes after Punk dethroned the Ring General, as Seth Rollins cashed in his Money in the Bank contract to become the new champion. "Come back at MSG," wrote Gunther. Javon Evans was in action against Gunther this past Monday on WWE Raw. The young OG was unable to get his hand raised against the Ring General, but put up a solid fight. Speaking on the Masked Man show, Evans said, "I'm excited. I'm nervous, of course, and when I get there, bro, I'm gonna have so many butterflies and all. But I've literally watched Gunther for a very long time. I was watching Gunther on the indies because I wanted to learn how to work against bigger people. He was like a great example of that. So, I'm excited. I know it's going to be a hard fight. Like, we're going to be scrapping. I ain't backing down either. You know what I mean? Like, you try me, I'm going to chop you back though. I'm so excited. Like I said, this is a great opportunity to showcase what I can do. And I know there's a lot of people that are looking at this fight kind of like David and Goliath. But we know how the David and Goliath story ended, and I am planning on, redoing that story. Gunther has progressed in John Cena's Last Time Is Now tournament with his win over Evans and could face the multi-time WWE champion in his last ever match at WWE Saturday Night's main event. CM Punk makes a heartbreaking John Cena confession. CM Punk and John Cena have had some really great matches with each other over the years. The iconic rivalry between the two stars from the summer of 2011 is fondly remembered by fans. Ahead of Cena's retirement match next month, Punk made a heartbreaking confession about being a part of his retirement tour. The Second City Saint faced off against the last real champion earlier this year at the Night of Champions Premium Live event. Fans love to see the longtime rivals go at it once again during Cena's retirement run. A real treat to come back to WWE to be a witness to John gracefully bowing out and retiring. I'm a small part of his story, and I'm proud to be that small part. It's been everything to me. I'm a fan of his just like people are fans of me. So being around him and being there to experience him just kind of gracefully, I feel like I'm skating with Gretzky during his last couple games. Punk said. It's heartbreaking to see CM Punk act so modestly, even after being such a big part of the career of John Cena Survivor Series. WarGames is just a few days away, and the card is already stacked. The men's WarGames is set to take place between Team Punk and The Vision. On this week's episode of Raw, Reigns returned to join Punk, the Usos, and Cody Rhodes against Heyman's group. However, Brock Lesnar made his return to ally with his former manager's group, including The Vision, Drew McIntyre, and Logan Paul. It was also announced that John Cena will defend his Intercontinental Championship against Dominic Mysterio at the event. It will be interesting to see if Cena can retain his title in San Diego. CM Punk speaks out on having AJ Lee back in WWE. AJ Lee competed in her first WWE match in 10 years alongside CM Punk at WrestlePalooza, where the couple defeated Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. Recently, the Second City Saint shared his thoughts on working with his wife at the same company again. Speaking about it on the Mostly Sports with Mark Titus and Brandon Walker podcast, he said that it was awesome to have AJ back. Punk also highlighted that he is happy that she gets to see this new version of the company and how her influence still runs in the locker room. It's awesome. Super awesome. I'm just excited that she gets to experience like what a different place it is now and like how much it's changed and like how her influence has, created all these other women to follow their dreams. Like it's been amazing. It's been fun, he said. CM Punk also said he thinks the locker room and WWE in general have improved a lot compared to 10 years ago and that the company is more professional than it used to be. Yeah, she stuck around for like a year after I split. So she was there throughout like 2014 and it was, it was more like high school. Yeah, more like you had to, constantly like watch your back, watch what you say. People are out to, cut your throat. And it's just a lot of weird, mean-spirited high school hijinks. And now it's just like the locker room is more business-oriented. And I feel everybody celebrates everybody else's victories. The Black Widow distracted Becky Lynch by making a sudden appearance on the latest edition of Raw during her Women's Intercontinental Championship defense against Maxine Dupree. This allowed the Alpha Academy member to land a clean top rope crossbody on the man to dethrone her. Dupree celebrated her maiden singles title win by hugging Lee. This made an already irate Lynch, who also had a beef with the referee Jessica Carr, even more angry. The Irish woman is now seeking legal aid to get the Women's IC Championship back. Lynch recently posted a couple of videos on Instagram where she claimed that AJ Lee's presence at ringside was illegal because she doesn't have a managerial license. She also said she will expose the corruption in WWE with the help of her lawyer, who she said thinks they can easily win the case. It will be interesting to see what lies next for AJ Lee. CM Punk takes a shot at Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and Cody Rhodes. CM Punk has taken a shot at Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and Cody Rhodes in a WWE promo. The Second City Saint was involved in a brawl on Raw this week as the teams for the men's WarGames match clashed. The main event saw Lesnar come out to take down Punk and Rhodes before Reigns confronted the Beast. While the build-up to Survivor Series is getting heated, the current World Heavyweight Champion featured in a promo, taking a dig at his fellow stars. On YouTube, WWE posted CM Punk's comments from the WrestleMania 42 promo. The earlier promo showed off the stars seated at a poker table, and now a new cut featuring Punk has been released. In the promo, Punk says everybody is playing a character, and he is the only one who doesn't need to pretend. In this town, everybody's playing a character, except me. I don't need to pretend. I've been here before. I'm not the dealer, I'm not the mark, I'm the only one at this table who's the best in the world. WrestleMania Vegas. It's anyone's game, he said. These words appear to be a shot at his fellow stars, as Punk labeled him the best in the group sitting at the table. The video came with the mention that the individual tickets for WrestleMania 42 go on sale on Friday, November 28th. Lesnar, Reigns, Rhodes, and CM Punk were joined by Triple H and Paul Heyman in the first promo that aired to hype the show of shows taking place in Vegas for a second year running. After Roman Reigns came to help the babyfaces and took out Brock Lesnar on Raw, the chaos continued. The show went off air after OTC one-speared Bronson Reed through the barricade. Later, footage was shared by WWE, revealing Reigns confronting CM Punk as others stood by. In the video, the best in the world warned the tribal chief that if he backstabs him, he would have an enemy. Reigns replied that he wouldn't backstab him, but would look Punk in the eye and stab him in the chest. This promises to be an interesting dynamic, as the two stars are likely to team together yet again for WarGames. A rumor killer on Liv Morgan's WWE status. Liv Morgan has been on a hiatus from WWE for a few months, and a new report has shed light on her status heading into the final few weeks of the year. According to a previous report from Body Slam ahead of Raw from Madison Square Garden, Liv Morgan was expected to travel to the city for the show. However, she never appeared for the show in any capacity. Recently, PW Insider provided a major rumor killer on the 31-year-old Raw star's status. A new report claimed that Morgan was never in New York City and was not scheduled to appear on the show. The multi-time WWE Women's Tag Team Champion went on an injury hiatus in June 2025 and hasn't appeared for the weekly product since the unfortunate incident. While she attended the press conference for WrestleMania 43 in Saudi Arabia, Morgan hasn't been a part of any active storylines from Monday Night Raw. She will likely return to in-ring action next year, and one could expect her to be back on the weekly product heading into WrestleMania 42. Liv Morgan finally conquered the women's division in 2024 when she became the Women's World Champion of the Red brand. She later stole Dominic Mysterio from Mommy and feuded with Rhea Ripley for the rest of the year as she and Carlito joined the Judgment Day. Liv Morgan was supposed to continue her momentum on the Red brand in 2025. Unfortunately, she injured her shoulder in a match on Monday Night Raw in June and has been on a hiatus from in-ring competition and hasn't been featured in any storylines. In an interview with Netflix's Tudum, the two-time WWE Women's World Champion addressed her potential return to the weekly product. She teased that everyone has to wait and watch her, and it'll be interesting to see if Morgan can return to the promotion ahead of WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Triple H reunites a popular tag team. Lyra Valkyria and Bayley now seem to be getting along on WWE Raw. The role model made her return to the Squared Circle on the September 15th episode of the Red brand and came to the aid of Valkyria during an attack by Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. Before her return, Bayley was seen battling her inner demons in several vignettes. Even after she resumed in-ring action, the former hugger continued to act strangely at times. That said, it seems Triple might finally book the role model to embrace her sinister side, resulting in the reunion of a popular tag team on the Red brand. Tatum Paxley dropped the NXT Women's Championship to JC Jane this week on NXT Gold Rush after Izzy Dame turned on her. This ended her reign at 24 days and led to her exit from the culling. Given this situation, and with a plethora of possibilities open, the game might consider calling Paxley up to the main roster. If this happens, the 29-year-old might debut on WWE Raw to reunite with her former tag team partner, Lyra Valkyria, after Bayley potentially turns heel. This week, Asuka offered the role model the opportunity to join her heel team for the Women's WarGames match. Despite turning down the proposal, the former hugger might reconsider her choices and decide to complete the heel squad for WarGames in a jaw-dropping twist. Interestingly, this could allow Lyra to reunite with Tatum Paxley after she potentially debuts on the main roster as part of a blockbuster storyline. Paxley and Valkyria worked together in NXT for a long time. Their equation was loved by fans worldwide, hence they could reunite for another run on Raw. While this angle is far-fetched, it's not impossible. It remains to be seen what surprises Triple H has in store for fans going forward. If the above-mentioned scenario plays out, Tatum Paxley and Lyra Valkyria might challenge the Kabuki Warriors for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship after Survivor Series WarGames. Asuka and Kairi Sane defeated Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss to win the title on the November 10th episode of WWE Raw, thanks to the interference from Lash legend and Nia Jax. As a result, the Kabuki Warriors, Lash and Nia, are set to face Bliss, Io Sky, and Rhea Ripley in San Diego. Meanwhile, the Queen's status for WarGames remains unclear. If Bayley eventually turns heel and completes the heel team, and Tatum Paxley potentially gets promoted to the main roster to reunite with Lyra Valkyria, the former tag team might challenge Asuka and Sane for the tag team title after WarGames. However, this angle is also speculative. Roman Reigns obliterates Brock Lesnar in unseen footage. On this week's WWE Raw, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, and Jimmy Uso came face-to-face with The Vision, Logan Paul, and Drew McIntyre ahead of their clash at Survivor Series WarGames. All hell broke loose between the stars on the show as they started attacking each other. At one point, Punk was left alone inside the ring against Paul, and as he was about to hit the Maverick with the GTS, Brock Lesnar made his surprising return to side with Braun Breaker's team. The Beast Incarnate took out the best in the world with several suplex cities before coming face-to-face with Cody Rhodes. Even the American Nightmare couldn't tame the Beast, and he faced the same fate as Punk. In the end, Roman Reigns shockingly returned to obliterate Lesnar with the Superman Punch. Now, a WWE fan has taken to Instagram to upload an unseen angle of this segment. In the clip, Brock Lesnar can be seen cleaning house before getting obliterated by the OTC. While the fans in attendance at Madison Square were excited with these two blockbuster returns, former WWE writer Vince Russo has called out the company for being repetitive. Speaking on Vince Russo's The Brand, the veteran said the promotion has played the same cards on plenty of occasions with two of its biggest stars. Here comes freaking Brock Lesnar and here comes Roman Reigns. And I'm sitting at home as a viewer and I'm like, how many times are we going to play these cards? And of course, the people at the Garden, they go bananas. Here comes Brock. Here comes Roman. We go bananas. So now, the people watching at home think this is a big deal because the crowd there is going bananas. But I swear to God, how long are they going to get away with playing the same cards? He said. Russo said both Reigns' and Lesnar's big returns have been in double digits over the years and questioned how long WWE will keep getting away with this. I bet you they've returned these guys at least 10 times apiece, but it's like somebody needs to explain this to me because you have the fan base that buys into it. But me as a television viewer, I'm like, guys, you've done this a million freaking times, he added. Roman Reigns betrays Team CM Punk and joins the Vision at Survivor Series WarGames. Roman Reigns made his return on the latest episode of WWE Raw and completed the CM Punk-led team for the men's WarGames match at Survivor Series. He made his comeback during the chaotic main event and neutralized a returning Brock Lesnar, who emerged as the final member of the Vision's squad. The OTC went on hiatus after losing to Bronson Reed in an Australian street fight at Crown Jewel, Perth. Following his return to the Squared Circle this week and joining forces with the babyface team, many believe that Reigns will likely betray the star-studded squad and join the heel team in San Diego. Now, let's explore a few signs that Roman Reigns will betray Team CM Punk and join the Vision at Survivor Series WarGames. Roman Reigns was at odds with CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, and even his cousins, the Usos, before his absence from television. Although a common enemy may have brought them together for now, the OTC is far from being on the good side with any of the babyfaces. Aside from the Usos costing Reigns his match against Bronson Reed at Crown Jewel, it appears that they have also neglected his warning never to trust Punk. The twins have come to the aid of the World Heavyweight Champion when he needed support, and this might be irking the OTC. Cody Rhodes, on the other hand, was the one who dethroned Roman Reigns as the undisputed WWE Champion, and Reigns might be holding a grudge despite the veterans previously working together. Considering that OTC has yet to reconcile with any of the babyfaces, he's likely to backstab them at WarGames and revert to a villain by helping the Vision secure the victory. After Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Paul Heyman turned on their leader, Seth Rollins, on Raw after Crown Jewel, they have yet to find a suitable replacement for him in the faction. Although Brock Lesnar made his return and joined the heel team for WarGames, it's unlikely that he will take over the leadership of the Vision due to his part-time schedule with the company. Hence, there is a strong possibility that the OTC will replace Rollins in the group. If this is confirmed, one way the creative team could pull the trigger on this move is by booking Reigns to pick Paul Heyman's side over his family and join the Vision at Survivor Series WarGames. It seems obvious that Jey Uso is out of the World Heavyweight Championship picture after losing to CM Punk at Saturday night's main event XLI. Also, it's unlikely that the company will continue Punk's storyline with Logan Paul after WarGames, as many believe that the Maverick is currently the weaker member in the Vision's team. Hence, the company might book Roman Reigns to turn heel at WarGames and betray his team by joining the Vision. If this happens, he may then decide to do what Jey Uso was unable to do, capturing the World Heavyweight Championship.